Was it more Ishiba, sort of clumsily about a month into the job, saying, "Look, yeah, this whole donation scandal is behind us. I'm going to call a snap election," or does the blame lay at the feet of the Abe faction parliamentarians who were behind this donation scandal in the first place?
Well, how about all of the above? I mean, this really was an all LDP effort. And really, this was former Prime Minister Kishida repeatedly talked about how the LDP had lost public trust and was trying to regain it. And of course, the party turned to Ishiba in part because he's been a reformer for a long time, has wanted clean politics and seemed like the right person for the job. And he certainly didn't shy away from talking about it. But he also, I think, in the days after becoming prime minister, made a few compromises that made, I think, some voters question whether he was going to be serious about that, whether he was actually going to be able to take control of the issue and really move ahead. And then, of course, during the campaign, you had reports from the Communist Party newspaper Akahata showing that the party had actually issued payments to candidates who had lost the party's nomination. So it was just a bad look. The party really showed that it was evading laws. It was not really respecting the public's desire for transparency, and it really paid the price at the ballot box.
So I've got to ask you, the horse trading is going on as we speak, right? You've got DPP, you've got Ishin as well saying, look, we're not going to party with you. We're not going to be part of the coalition, right? Is it going to come down to, I'm curious, the 12 independents, or is it going to come down to more whether the LDP or Ishiba is going to be able to woo or bring back into the fold these wayward party members who went and got themselves into this whole donation scandal?
Well, what I think the most likely outcome we're looking at, and now with the LDP really deciding to move ahead with calling a special session of the Diet to elect the prime minister on November 11th, although I know it's not official yet, but that's the date they're moving towards. You're going to really end up with a minority LDP Komeito government, and they're really going to hope that they can get enough cooperation on an issue by issue basis with the Democratic Party for the People, with Ishin, depending on the issue, and hope that that's enough to kind of get them moving legislation forward. And it's worth noting, too, that Ishiba probably will be able to get the votes, if only because it sounds like every party is going to vote for its own leader in the first round, but the fact that the House of Representatives could then go to a second round vote, and Ishiba won't actually have to get to that 233 votes, particularly if parties just decide we're not going to vote for anyone in the second round, then he just needs to win a majority of the votes that are remaining. And in that case, the LDP, as the largest party, is probably going to win that vote, unless somehow the opposition at the last minute pulls some miracle coalition together. And, there's some speculation that maybe everyone will throw their weight behind Tamaki from the Democratic Party for the People. And then you'd end up with a Tamaki-led government. That seems unlikely still. I think we'll still see Ishiba just in this very precarious, fragile minority government.